Welcome, lords and ladies, to the greatest tourney in all the land of Noob. This week, steel meets steel, as brave knights battle it out in royal games to see who will be crowned the champion of the tournament. Join us as we explain Ivanhoe. Setup is incredibly easy. Place a purple token, and then a different colored token for each other knight in a box or a bag, hat, helm, bucket, whatever you have. Then each knight draws a token at random. Whoever draws the purple token shuffles the deck and deals 8 cards to each brave knight. Then they place the remainder of the deck in the middle to be the draw pile. Now, you're ready to compete. The first knight decides what weapon will be used for the first event by playing a card of that color and declaring the event. Yellow! From then on, the knight who wins the event decides the next event.
Player turns. The knight to the left of the dealer goes first, and then play progresses clockwise. On a knight's turn, they may perform the following actions in the order listed. Draw a card. The knight draws a card from the draw pile. Play cards. The knight may play as many cards as desired in any order they wish. A knight must play at least 1 card to remain in the event. If they play no cards, they must withdraw from the event in shame and return to their tent to await the next event. We'll talk about withdrawing in a moment. If the knight decides to play a color card, the color must match the color of the current tournament. When the knight plays color or supporter cards, they place them face up on the table in front of them in what is called their display. All card values should show, but the cards should overlap each other in the order in which they are played, with the last card played being on top. Knowing the order of the cards played is important for some of the special cards that we'll mention in a moment. At the end of the knight's turn, their display must contain the highest total to remain in the event.
At the end of their turn, a player may withdraw from the event. The player doesn't have to play any cards during that turn, though they may if they wish. When they withdraw, they discard any cards in their display and return to their tent to be attended by their squire and await the next event. Winning an event. When only 2 knights yet remain in the event, they will fight on until one withdraws and the brave knight still standing is declared the champion of that event. That knight will receive the champion token for the color of that event. If the knight bests his opponents in the prestigious joust, they may either take a purple token or any token color of their choice. If the knight wins an event for which they already have a token, they may not take another token of that color, but neither will their opponents. Then the winning knight will choose the next tournament event by playing cards of the chosen color. The only restriction is that if the knight has just been victorious in a joust, they may not immediately declare another joust.
Card types. There are 5 different color or weapon cards. Purple joust cards range in value from 3 to 7. Red sword cards can be values 3 to 5. Blue axe cards range in value from 2 to 5. Yellow Morningstar cards have values 2 to 4. Green barehanded cards all have a value of 1, because how much damage can a bare fist really do? Supporter cards. White cards are called supporter cards. Squire cards have a value of either 2 or 3. The knight may have any number of squires in his display during an event. There are also maiden supporters that have a value of 6. The knight may only compete for the honor of any one maiden at any event. If the knight is fighting for the honor of a maiden and they are forced to withdraw from the event, they must discard one of their champion tokens and hang their heads in shame and humiliation. Action cards. There are several different types of action cards in the game. These cards can be played during the knight's turn just as any other cards, except that these cards are discarded after applying their effects instead of being added to the display. Some action cards will change the type of event. For instance, the Unhorse card will change the event color from purple to red, blue, or yellow. If one of these action cards is played, the event immediately changes. Any cards already in displays still count, but any cards played from that point forward must match the new color. Some action cards will affect one or more displays. Some of these cards require you to do something with the last or first card played on a display. This is why it is important to keep track of the order in which knights play their cards. Special action cards. There are 2 special action cards that can be placed in front of a knight. The shield and stun cards are not part of a knight's display and stay in play until they are moved by the outwit card or the knight withdraws from or wins the event. There is one very special action card that may be played during another knight's turn. The Ivanhoe card can be played at any time to cancel the effects of any one of the action cards just played.
Winning the game. If there are 2 or 3 knights participating in the tourney, then the first knight to win one of each of the 5 events wins the title of champion. If there are 4 or 5 knights participating, then the first knight to win 4 different events wins the title. When one knight wins the required number of events, the game is over, and that knight claims the title of tournament champion. Thank you, kind people, for joining us to learn to play Ivanhoe. If you enjoyed this video, please favorite, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow BoardGameNoobs on ye old Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for even more glorious gaming goodies. Until next time, good day and game on. Is claimed.
He doesn't even know what we're talking about.
What are they doing?
Dang it! I don't know what happened. You're gonna need to go away. Usually I'm alone.
At the sorry. To be attended by their squire and await. Oh my gosh! That knight will receive the champion token for
Seriously, there wasn't any order to. I got a special card. That's what I drew. Light is not on. I don't think you're filming.
Oh, good lord!
I told